The fact that the court said the National Assembly should not tamper with law, the Electoral Act 2022, as amended, except through due process, does not mean that the National Assembly cannot consider the bill. So I think we are not breaching any law. In fact, we are trying to promote democracy by doing this. Because to do otherwise, one day someone will go to court and say that the Senate or the National Assembly should not sit. So I want to please appeal to all of us that we are on the right course, and my ruling remains that we are going ahead to consider the proposal, the request, which the leader of the Senate is leading the debate. And at the end of the debate, we are going to vote. And the vote decides the fate of the bill. And I'm sure all of us know that whatever we'll do here is to protect this, the democracy and the sanctity of this chamber. I have nothing personal. What you want is what I go with.
I represent Abia South. Mr. President, sometimes matters come to this floor, and when those matters come, we treat them in the best possible way to deepen democracy and enhance our constitutional conditions that we are all elected for. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, there are certain things that we see which we think we don't even have to come here to debate. One of those things is the fact that in every democracy all over the world, there are certain rules which we don't need to be told about. Yes. And one of those rules is the fact that you cannot be a referee and a player in the same field. It's either you're a referee, yes, or you're a player. So, anywhere else in the world where democracy is properly practiced, like in Nigeria, we don't need to be told that if we want to run for office and we are appointed into an office, that we have to resign. That is a sine qua non that we don't even need to debate. Yet, here we are today in Nigeria, and people think that they can sit in an office and contest an election and become candidates and continue to sit in that office until the date of election. So how would we continue to debase democracy in this way? So, Mr. President, I think that merely looking at this and somebody, a cursory look on this paper shows that this paper is dead on arrival. And I urge you, my colleagues, to help us to continue to deepen democracy by insisting that this bill not be read a second time in any manner whatsoever. I so submit.
Yesterday, this point of order was raised, and you ruled that we should go ahead and treat this amendment. Mr. President, already the parties involved have decided to go for appeal. I'm of the opinion, Mr. President, the right thing to do is to allow the appeal to go so that the court order can be set aside. Then we can come in and treat this bill. Doing so obviously will mean that we are disrespecting that order. And this is an institution of the Senate, the symbol of Nigeria's lawmaking body. We should not be seen to be disobeying the court order, no matter how bad that court order is. No matter how bad that court order is, we should respect it.
Yeah.
So I'm of the opinion that we should stop treating this bill pending the time the court has set aside that order. And I believe I'm speaking the opinion of my colleagues here.
Yeah. Very important. And this very historic debate. Mr. President, one of the hallmarks of democracy is justice, fairness, and equity. And indeed, Mr. President, it's a settled matter in law that you cannot be a judge over your own case. In any election, Mr. President, where people have the added advantage of holding executive power, either by proxy or directly, either by appointment, and for such people to have access to compete with others who came from the street, I think it's an unjust society. Yeah. Therefore, Mr. President, I disagree with all the arguments emanating from your table on the need to reconsider a decision that's already been settled.
In favor that this bill be now read a second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. No, I'm not putting the question again because I put the question, there was an aye and there were nays. And I said the nays had it.